have said that war is a matter of life and death. That war is a road to safety or ruin. Is Nigeria at war? Many are dead from banditry. Many are dead from the bullets of unknown gunmen. New terrorists are emerging, and death waits for some. As we speak, there is governmental ineptitude round the country. Is this a form of war? The consequences of war in this case is poverty and death, and Nigeria is at war. Is that what you think? Sun Tzu says the art of war is of vital importance to the state. Since Nigeria cannot defeat poverty and squalor, her art of war is excessively deficient. Is Nigeria a failing state? Or is it Obasanjo's art of war? Are Obasanjo's wars vital to the survival of the Nigerian state? More questions to come in this class. The class of history, the class of politics, the class of power. Welcome to the side of time. Welcome to the radio man's word. Your word. Duty calls. It is Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I am Edmondo Pillow. Good morning and welcome. Obasanjo fight wars, perhaps wars on behalf of the people, or war on behalf of himself. Obasanjo raises alarm. Obasanjo sings of danger. Obasanjo says his life is threatened. Obasanjo points finger at Buhari. Obasanjo snaps at Tinubu. He accuses Jonathan of raising snipers against him. What kind of Obasanjo is this? Yes, Obasanjo is in the news. Oh, is Obasanjo's war vital to the state? Why war? Poverty is war. Hunger is a form of war. That is why during wars, the physical war, hunger is prominent. Hunger is a consequence of war. But the war I am interested in this morning is the war the political leadership inflicts on the people they pretend to serve. Look at this theory. Look at this theory. Examine it Break it down and let me understand what you think. The theory is make the people poor, destroy the educational system, and make their hospital places of death, and you will control them. Destroy their farms and roads, and they will worship their oppressors. Is that not how bandits operate? Hey, are you in this class? I want you to reminisce on this theory. Make the people poor. Destroy the educational system and make their hospitals places of death, and you will control them. Destroy their farms and roads, and they will worship their oppressors. Is that not how bandits operate? What do you think? I have another question for you. Has Obasanjo's letters and lectures changed anything? Obasanjo recently delivered a lecture, and that lecture is entitled Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria. Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria. He delivered that lecture last week, Friday. In the lecture, Obasanjo said that Nigeria is a failing state. I'm asking, has Obasanjo's letters and lectures changed anything? All in all, Obasanjo helps to pull down men of power, and Obasanjo also helps to raise men of power. Will Obasanjo meet his match in Tinubu? But have you observed Baba Kinley? Have you taken time to study Obasanjo? You know, he is the last man standing. He has been around from 1966 when he became prominent. You know, he received the instrument of surrender from Biafra. He was that Nigerian soldier that received the instrument of surrender from Biafra. You can say he won the war. So from 1970, when he received the instrument of surrender, Obasanjo's name has been in the polity. If you analyze his politics keenly, you could place some of his character under beauty or under good. You can place another character under bad, and you can place another under ugly. Good, bad, and ugly. So he has been around. Remember, he wrote a book, Nzogu. That is one of Obasanjo's classic, Nzogu. If you read Nzogu, you will begin to understand Obasanjo's mind and Obasanjo's thinking. He wrote another book, My Command. If you read the book critically, you will see Obasanjo's Machiavellian traits. I love the book, Not My Will. He was the deputy to Murtala Muhammad. In Not My Will, he explained what happened before the death of Murtala Muhammad, at the death of Murtala Muhammad, and after the death of Murtala Muhammad. Having been a student of Obasanjo's writings, I would place him at that height of rich intellectual output. For such a man with rich intellectual output to exhibit Machiavellian trait, that there must be something about him. So he dominates this class as we go, because his recent outburst calls for critical analysis. The presidency has reacted. One point you should take away as we go in this class is that Obasanjo does not fight and run away. Yet he lives to fight another day. They say he who fights and run away lives to fight another day. And I'm making the point that Obasanjo does not fight and run away, yet he lives to fight another day. Obasanjo eats his cake and have it. But they often say you cannot eat your cake and have it. But Obasanjo eats his cake and have it. Have you seen Obasanjo eating cake? He will not give Tinubu from his good cake. Is that not what makes Nigerian politics interesting? Is that not why Nigeria is the home of bandits? Before I take a break from my analysis, I want you to note the concept of developmental power. Are you there? The concept of developmental power enables a person to develop the innate ability for survival. This includes the capacity for sound moral judgment, the capacity for love, the capacity and strength for gainful productivity. But these are dependent on the will and brilliance of the individual. The program is State Affairs on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I am Edmund Obilo.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
Ọ̀gá boss ni mo jẹ́, òwò mi máa rú gógó. Ọ̀gá boss ni mo jẹ́, lónìí yìí máa fa àwọn oníbàárà tuntun mọ́ra. Ọ̀gá boss ni mo jẹ́, máa bá ohun tí mo fojú sùn lónìí.
Ọ̀gá boss ni mo jẹ́, àlá. Reconstruction becomes expedient.
They never told you how you offended them?
I'm not on trial, so I can't go before.
Join the radio man Edmond Obilo on State Affairs for local and international politics, security, extensive economic analysis, interviews, and world power play.
Nigerians must choose the path they want to follow. Follow the same looters and sponsors of violence who control the political structures or encourage the formation of a new leadership team.
Be a global citizen and join the radio revolution on State Affairs. State Affairs with Edmond Obilo. Radio just got deeper. State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Welcome to this edition of State Affairs. Remember, State Affairs is a class of politics and power. I am Edmond Obilo. On this edition of the program, we'll be looking at Afenifere. To do that with me is Dari Babarinsa, author of The House of War and Other Works. He is the chairman and editor-in-chief of Gaskia Media Limited. Dari Babarinsa is one of the founders of Tel magazine, where he served for 15 years as an executive director. Dari Babarinsa, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you very much, Edmond. I'm happy to be here.
And I'm happy to see you. And I must congratulate you for the qualities of your writing, the books you have given us to read.
Thank you very much.
How do you write?
Well, I try to write with details. Because when the reader is reading, you are not there to explain anything to him. So you write with details so that you are putting the reader in mind. So when he's reading the total story, as if he is actually part of the participant in the event you are chronicling.
And your use of words, they are simple and catchy.
Yes.
And I must say, I love this work. House of War.
That was my experience when I served for 2 years as a chief correspondent of the Concord between 83 and 84 in Akure.
And you told what I call a nagging story, sometimes oral. The pains I see in your book, death and politics, power at play.
Yes.
But I hope to review this book when you republish.
Okay. Very soon.
Afenifere is a subject close to my heart.
Okay.
How is Afenifere of today?
Afenifere is still Afenifere. Is the duty of Afenifere is to aggregate what I would call the political and cultural dimension of the Yoruba people, so that to put it into concrete pronouncements, so that you know this is what the Yoruba people are thinking. Today, Afenifere, if the truth must be told, is no longer as robust as it used to be. But there is still Afenifere.
What has changed? Why is it not as robust as Afenifere of the past?
There have been a lot of dissipation. But as of now, there is effort to reposition the organization under the leadership of Baba Fashoranti, who is the national leader of Afenifere.
Is Afenifere divided house at the moment?
It is not. But there have been what I would call a divided opinion. Some 2 years ago, Baba Ayo Adebanjo was appointed by Baba Fashoranti as the acting leader. And don't forget, the leader of Afenifere carries 2 caps. He is the national leader of Afenifere. He is also regarded as the Ashiwaju Yoruba. So it's answerable not just to those who are members of Afenifere on the register, but it's ultimately to the larger Yoruba nation. So when Baba Ayo Adebanjo became the acting leader of Afenifere, many of the members of Afenifere were not comfortable.
Our value system became largely eroded. And I will give you 2 examples. All of us, as enlightened as we are now, if we are to enter a bus, put ourselves in a bus and we go to Lagos, If you get to a checkpoint and the police were demanding money and bribe from our driver, we are not likely to stand up and say, no, police, what you are doing is wrong. We are likely to tell the police, please settle them and let us go. So we have also begun to elevate vices, and we have begun to denigrate virtues. So one of the reasons why the quality of governance is also very low is also because we ourselves as a people, our value system has been degraded. You will go to a church, you go to a mosque, and the clergy will man the pulpit, and they will look at you as a politician in the audience, and they will say, you politicians, please, you need to serve our people. You have been elected to serve the people. Remember your permanent duty to serve the people. But before you leave, they'll ask you to make a donation that they know is more than your 4 years of legitimate earning. So even our clergy, our traditional system have also been so corrupted that we cannot have anything but lower quality of governance, because the people who have elected, they are mirroring, they are using the society as a whole as a barometer for their performance in office. The third thing that I also believe is also a challenge to good governance is monetization of the political process. As we speak now, we are in 2024. If by 2025, 2026, somebody comes from the United States of America, we have no idea what he was doing there. We have no idea how he got his money. And he came and he went around all the local governments in Oyo State. If he gives them just 10 million naira or 5 million naira, we begin to say, this is our new governor. Because the process has been so monetized. What we cared so much about now is how big your pocket is, not how big your idea is. If Baba Lamadeshino, if he were to come alive again, if he were to contest for the House of Representatives, he will not get the ticket of the party. If Lamadeshino were to come today and say, I am Lamadeshino, former member of House of Representatives, I was a progressive, I was a governor from 1970, they will tell Baba Kilobade. So we have monetized the system so much that we do not even care about the character, about the competence, about the pedigree of the people we give political office to. We give political office to the highest bidder. Little wonder then, when they get to the office, what they do not have, they cannot give. They do not have good governance quality, therefore they could not give us good governance. So if you want to change the system, let us also ensure that money does not become the defining factor of our politics.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Yes, that voice is the voice of Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, representing Ogun Central in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's a member of the APC. I was there listening to him. The event is the Lam Additional Annual Lecture Series 2024. So the senator represented the guest speaker, that is the majority leader of the Senate, Senator Bamidele. It was a gathering of APC leaders in Oyo State. While he was speaking, I was saying, okay. He was sounding like an outsider. So perhaps you would say an insider speaking truth to power, or power speaking truth to power. Because he is also part of the political system that he boldly criticized at that event. And none of the APC members took him up, so that we assume that they agreed with his conclusions. He discussed the topic, improving Nigeria's governance, lessons from the past, strategies for the future. Let's listen to another part of his lecture.
Again, we have also seen the wrong metrics of measuring performance of people in political office. I am a senator. I represent the good people of Ogun Central Senatorial District. I chair the Senate Committee on ICT and Cyber Security. Senator Buhari is here, Chairman Senate Committee on Aviation. Honorable Remi Oseni is here, Chairman House Committee on FEMA, and many other senators. No matter the quality of debate, no matter the number of motions and bills that you move in the National Assembly, if you fail to distribute Okada, Keke Marua, stomach infrastructure, even the party member will not give a return ticket. So we have adopted metrics of performance that are in total dissonance with good governance. A senator's responsibility, a member of National Assembly responsibility is to make laws, is to do budget, is to perform oversight functions. But pray, somebody can be in the National Assembly for 4 years. He may not even stand up for once to say, my name is so and so, I represent so constituency. It doesn't matter to the people. What it matters to the people is that 6 months of the election, let him come back, let him line up Okada, let him line up Keke Marua, let him line up money. People will give him the ticket and he will go up to occupy that seat. So if you want good governance, our metrics of performance must also reflect what we expect. It is what you inspect that you will get. It is what you reinforce that happens. Therefore, if you want our political office holders to give us good governance, then the metrics of measuring performance must also reflect good governance.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
You see, the senator made valid points. At the end of the day, he's saying garbage in, garbage out. That means you reap what you sow. That means the Nigerian political system is reaping what it has sown. That's the point he's making in that lecture. Akonye Umoba, I can see you here. Good morning. Alex Iman, you said you are in class. Yes, I'm happy that you are in class this morning. Matthew Otabo, good morning. I can see Joshua Obafe Oluwatosin. Abiola Fis Kolakbo, thank you for joining the class. Timitokwe Amo, good to have you in class this morning. Oladele Do Joseph, how are you? I can see you watching. You can join the class on Facebook. Let me see you join the class. I can see Wemimo James here, Ogun Wemimo James. You have joined the class. Good morning. Join the class. Let me see you. Come on Facebook. Let me see you. Abeza Chaso Bina. Good morning. I can see Meshach Ukoba. Meshach, how are you? Afolabi Samson, I greet you. Babatunde Olu is just joining the class. Thank you, Babatunde. Akimbode Olufemi Samuel. Yes, if you are in class, come. Let me see you. Sholadoe. Babatunde, I can see you. Yes, I can see you. Oladele Do Joseph. He said he's fully in class. I can see Jacinta Ugogo Itubo. Jacinta, good to have you in class. I can see Margaret. Okay. Margaret says, good morning. Please, what is constituency allowance for? Is it to make laws? Okay. Jeremiah Olushe. Good morning. Babatunde Abdul Qadri. Kazim Adeleke, I greet you. Adiola Adeleye. Thank you for joining the class. Pedro Olayemi Babawale, how are you, Pedro? I'm always happy to see you in class, Pedro. Godwin Chooks, good morning. Adiola Adeleye, John TJ. Come to class, the radio man is here. Are you in class? Are you in the kitchen listening to the radio man? What are you cooking? Leonard Olumide is in class. Adi Oluremi Olashukomi. Good morning, Ogunshola Olaoluwa. I greet you. Thank you for joining the class. Come to class. Let's learn together. It is Splash. Akonye Umoba is always there. And as you join the class, you can also share the broadcast so that we can bring more persons to the class. You can also download State Affairs app on Google Play Store, on iOS, and you can listen on those platforms. Joshua Al Abu and Yila Collins, Fawole Femi, how are you? I greet you, Abiodun. John Oguchi Onyisi, hey, good to see you again. Yeah, Olakunle Olaniyo. I greet you, Abayomi Olumuyiwa. Good morning to you. Olusheye, I greet you too. So Cam, are you on X? Let's see who is on X. Let's go on X. And as you come, I want to read your comments. Leave your comments. Leave your comments on X, on YouTube. Let me know what you were thinking about the subject. You listened to that, Senator. Abolade says, join the class this morning. Abolade on X. Abolade, am I following you on X? Yes, I'm following Abolade on X. Thank you for always being there. You're always reposting. And this morning he has reposted saying, join the class this morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you, Abolade. Olainka Bamidele on X says, good morning. Oh, it says, good morning, teacher. Okay, teacher. Edmund, are you a teacher? I'm in class as we journey together into this discussion. Yes, let's flow together. Olainka Bamidele, thank you. Official Moji Morire Moji. Moji is always there. Moji, how are you? Good. Moji says, oh yeah, Edmund, I'm here to listen today, and we will constructively criticize bad leaders. Go ahead, Moji. Moji, how is your farm? Moji can't be hungry. Moji is a farmer. Moji can never say Bimpamio, because Moji has gone to farm. Yeah. Moji sends me the picture of his farm. Moji is a pragmatist. You know, Moji brought me palm oil from his farm. Said, Radio Man, this is the product of my farm. And you partly motivated me to be practical. Moji, your farm will grow. Moji, you will feed the nation. Moji, your stars will shine. Moji, continue to work. Don't give up. All the Mojis listening to me, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep innovating. Keep improving. Times are hard. It is the innovative that will change the future. So keep working. This is the age of young persons. You cannot afford to be left behind. Why things become hard, find a way to solve the problems. At least you should have money for transportation. You can do that from your creative thinking. Those who complain all day don't move. I hope you know. Those who rely, oh, things are hard, so I can't do anything. It's because of Tinubu. You won't move. Those who complain all day don't win. Those who complain and act towards elevating themselves will win. Aranshi Bashit is on X. Big Pedro, I can see you on X again the way I saw you on Facebook. Big Pedro says, never read about this on this level before. Makes me hunger for more. Okay, what is Big Pedro talking about? What is he hungry about? Oh, okay. I posted a comment. Biafrans express outrage at Zeke's move. And that's the power of history. So that's what Big Pedro is responding to. How Biafra leaders released a press statement against Nnamdi Azikiwe during the Civil War. If you read that press statement, you will understand politics and power. And I lifted what I posted from a book entitled The Untold Story of the Nigeria-Biafra War, written by Dr. Luke Aneke. The book is groundbreaking historical account of one of Africa's most pivotal conflicts, widely regarded as one of the most comprehensive works on the Nigerian Civil War. This 771-page masterpiece brings the past to life through meticulously researched details and verified accounts. So I recommend that book to you, The Untold Story of the Nigeria-Biafra War, written by Dr. Luke Aneke. You'll find that book on udarabooks.com. You can also order it through my WhatsApp number. That is 08039-18449. 08039-18449. So leave your comments. I want to pay a lot of attention to your comments today. And I'll open the phone line soon. So Senator Shuaib has said something in a lecture he delivered entitled Improving Nigeria's Governance, Lessons from the Past, Strategies for the Future. He delivered the lecture at the LAM Additional Annual Lecture Series 2024. Let's listen to another part of the lecture. Here, Senator Shuaib speaks directly to the elites in Nigeria.
The fifth item for me is our elite. And I say this with profound respect to our elite. I am one of them. Our elite are the most opportunistic. Our elite, for want of a better word, are irresponsible. And I will explain. I am a product of a local government primary school. I am also a product of a community grammar school. My university is University of Lagos, all public school. As at the time I was growing up in Abeokuta, there were only 3 nursery schools, and Abeokuta is one of the most civilized town in Nigeria. If you agree, you can raise up your hand. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I am saying so, and I have the power of the microphone. However, the public primary school was far, far better. I have read the biography of the man for whom we are gathered. All of the schools he attended were public schools. All the schools he attended were public schools. Now, our elite, when our primary education began to dwindle, rather than the elite of our society coming forward to say, we need to arrest the drift in our primary education, what did they do? They began to establish private nursery school for their children. When the decline got to the secondary school, they went and started establishing private secondary school for their children. No more lower college. The lower college of the old, the government college Ibadan of the old, Ibadan grammar school of the old, Olivetti Baptist High School of the old. Those schools began to deteriorate, and our elites began to find alternatives for their own children by creating private schools. When the decline got to university education, what did they do again? They also began to establish private university or send their children abroad without caring about ensuring that those public education systems that Awolowo gave to them, that laboratory enhanced. I was watching the documentary, and I saw the number of schools that Lamadeshino built in just 4 years. Our elite abandoned their responsibility as opinion mothers, and guess what? On the day of elections, and I've contested election for a couple of times. on the day of elections, our elite will be in the cozy room. They'll be watching Man U versus Arsenal. That was the time they will be watching the backlog of their movies. They will not go to vote, and in the evening, they expect the result of the election to reflect what they didn't do to what they didn't contribute to anything to. So our elite also abandoned the political process. And what do you have that are in control now? You know them? I am in Ibadan and I want to be able to go back safely. Otherwise, I will have said in Ibadan, you have Tokyo, you have auxiliary. In Lagos, you have MC Oluomo and the like. But I will not mention those names. No, I won't mention those names. They are more popular than the president of the Nigerian Bar Association. They are more influential than the president of the Nigerian Medical Association. They are more relevant than the fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is the society that we have, and these are the people who determine the political outcome. When they determine the political outcome, guess what? Who will care about the rest of you? That the only time you talk and participate in the political process is on Arise television. So therefore, our elite abdicating the political space has also been part of the problem that reduce the quality of governance and the dividend democratic rule that we should be enjoying in the country.
State Affairs with Edmond Bilo is live.
Are you there? See, the senator has made some valid points. He mentioned auxiliary, MC Oluomo. They are more influential than the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, president of the Nigerian Medical Association. And he makes a point that if these guys determine the political process, what kind of governance do you expect? Are you an elite speaking grammar all the time? You come out and say politics is dirty. You go and hide in your house. If you continue to hide, Nigeria will continue to descend into the abyss. You know, I was reading some great speeches during the week. I stumbled on a speech by a former leader of Czechoslovakia. He was an Achebe in Czechoslovakia. He was an Achebe or a Shoinka, that kind of person. He became the leader. If you read his speech, you will understand why he's an intellectual. But here the intellectuals are hiding. INEC is using them to rig elections sometimes. Professors. They now use you to rig elections as a professor. The MC Oluomos now determine who becomes who. And you think you will have good governance. You think you will have good governance. I call on some of the elite who are saying politics is dirty to wake up and drop that argument. Politics is dirty when you leave it for dirty people. Because you have left politics for dirty people, they make it dirty. You know, Fashola made a point at some point. He said, when you fight with a pig, you get dirty. Go to South America, Asia, you are seeing their intellectuals becoming leaders. And when I say intellectuals, I'm not just talking of professors. No. Intellectuals are those who have the capacity for innovative thinking, for deep thinking. And a man in Oyo who have deep local knowledge is an intellectual. So it's not about PhD. It's about the depth of your thoughts. So a politician can also be a deep thinker. You see, begin to play politics. Don't stay away. As I speak to you, I have started playing politics. Yes, I have started playing politics. At now, the deeper level, the grassroots level. I have begun. I've begun my journey. We cannot leave this system for those who are running it aground. You see, Obasanjo delivered a lecture. He talked about state capture. Men and women that have captured the Nigerian state and using it to run the people into poverty and violence. You cannot say, I am good, so politics is not meant for me. It is not that bad that when you are even good and you come into the system, Nigerians say, no, we can't vote for this one because it's not bad. We like those who are bad. It has become like a psychological thing. No, he's too good. Who is this one? Where is he coming from? He's speaking grammar. You know, we are now so used to those who exhibit some level of negative traits. You know, they come with money. Yes, you need money to run politics, no doubt. They come with money. They bamboozle the system. They grab power. And they loot the system. Now, that is why you see the wicked bravado. You see the wicked bravado. They have now captured the court system and they are using it for self-aggrandizement, and the people suffer. Good men and women must develop the heart to go into politics. Yes, everybody is not called for politics. But if you are interested in good governance, come, let's play. Let's play. Let's govern. It is time to govern. The program is State Affairs.